Hey, everybody. I wanted to talk to you today about the unique way that we've used the solar tour for the last couple of years, because I think that there's something fun and powerful in it. As Ella mentioned, my title is the Research and Policy Specialist at Exact Solar. Don't be fooled. I'm mostly a sales and marketing person, but we were working on earned media, and reporters kept saying, we don't want to talk to a marketing guy, so we were like, smokescreen. I'm relatively new in the solar industry. I've only been here seriously for just under 2 years. But it has been a source of frustration to me that we often take something as indisputably awesome as solar power and talk about it in the most boring way imaginable. There's something lost when we try to convey what we love about solar to the public, because energy is complicated. And as people who are educated about energy, we think logic is the most interesting thing about renewable energy. For anyone outside this echo chamber, I promise you it's not. If you don't believe me, go try to explain grid parity to your grandma. If you try to fight emotion with logic, you lose 9 times out of 10. And here's how I've repeatedly seen this play out. We, in our little echo chamber, get excited about studies, charts, and graphs, and then we go show them to the public with very little context. Then we're surprised when they either, at best, don't care, or at worst, say they're fake. We think we can just continuously throw more logic at that problem, but we are rebuffed at every turn. In the discourse I see online, there's so many people trying to fight emotion with logic. Someone says, solar panels cause cancer, and someone else says, no, they don't. Here's a graph. Quick show of hands. How many of you have ever gotten in an argument with your significant other and just immediately showed them a graph? And how did that go? Yeah, it did not well, exactly. But we think we can convince strangers the same way. Now, if throwing enough logic and charts at the problem is what was going to fix it, it would have fixed it by now. There's so much data, so many charts and graphs and statistics, it's endless. But the problem with leaning on stats is that you lose individual stories. When I was a child, we as a family sponsored a child in Honduras through Compassion International. We sent money every, quarter, and every few months we'd get a letter from the child we were sponsoring and a few pictures of them as they were growing up. Because of the regular updates, letters, and pictures, we sponsored that child for 15 years. I got to watch her grow up with us. And the reason that program works is because Compassion International understands a fundamental truth that's been studied over and over again. The story of one person, packaged well, kicks statistics butt 6 ways to Sunday when it comes to moving people to action. This is the same psychological trick that animal shelters use when they show you pictures of one cute puppy at a time. We are emotional creatures. We are way more likely to go adopt a dog if we see a picture of a puppy than if we see a graph that says 10 million dogs don't have homes. One is an unsolvable, overwhelming problem, and the other is a puppy that you can adopt today. At Exact Solar, we understand that we are storytellers and educators first when it comes to speaking with the public. So today, I wanted to talk to you about how we've used the ACES Solar Tour. We've taken it a step further than normal, and we've used it as an opportunity to, 1, highlight our best customers, 2, build trust, and 3, drive referrals. In the last few years working with ACES, we realized that if someone was willing to welcome strangers in their home, then they'd likely, A, be willing to tell others about how awesome solar energy is, and B, do that on camera. So for the last few years, we've used the ACES Solar Tour as an opportunity to create video content. Those videos have not only boosted our local SEO and brand building efforts, but they've become a sales tool as well. We now have videos of homeowners in very specific situations, so our sales team doesn't need to spend as much time convincing people of certain things. They can say, this guy was in the exact same situation, here's how he dealt with it, and here's how we built the project. As we move forward as an industry, I encourage you to never forget the power of a single story. Data will always be important to those we already agree with. But to get people interested enough in our thing that they take the time to look at data, we need great stories. So here's one of our solar tour videos for you all to enjoy while you eat lunch, and then after that, we'll have more speakers.